At the end of last year, I quit my job as a teaching assistant to become a pro wrestler. Here's how it's going. We start the week with mine and Justin's unplanned coordination before stepping out into the rain, off to Peterborough Station, getting the train, then getting a coach, and arriving in rainy Cardiff, Wales, where the lights were bright, but the weather was not quite. Past the cool little castle before arriving at the venue, setting up my merch, and then getting changed into gear, down in some water before going out and doing some steezy business against the team of Chicago and MJ. We got into a battle of super kicks, and to be fair, they did go tit for tat with the boys. But with a shooting star press cutter combination, it was CPF that came out with the W, baby. We finished the night with some commentary duties before heading back to our travel lodge, getting a pizza, and calling it a night by watching some AEW. A decent little lay-in before nursing my injuries in the morning, getting dressed and going out in Newport Town off to the Sports Direct. Had a little crep check. What on earth were these? I don't know, but I almost got them. We then headed through the market into the shopping centre, where I actually got recognised by the guy handing out these flyers. So here's your bit of promotion, mate. We managed to find a comic book store where Daniel nerded out over the comics and the figures. We watched some live music before getting a meal deal, ratings down below, and then heading back to the venue for round 2 of New Wave Weekender. But this time, we were against each other in a big scramble match. Here we are, doing some cool stuff with Leon Cage, but we were all pretty fairly matched in this exchange. I took out everyone with a dive to the floor. Then Zach started beating up me and Daniel. This kid was born in 2010. He's 15 years old, and that is why I did have to get my revenge back with a devastating powerbomb to the kid. But he did get the last laugh. We weren't happy with the result, but Zach was happy he debuted, so shout out Zach. But the winner of the match, Kyriakos, took a little victory lap around Cardiff. We went down to try and find him. We ended up getting a KFC. Once we got back to the venue, I tried this hot sauce. I do not cope well with spice, so it was the death of me. I had to call it a night after that before getting up early, assessing my bruises in the morning, checking out of our travel lodge, hopping on the coach back into London, where I killed some time around the Camden Market, saw some of the cool stalls, picked up this wicked Atletico Madrid Spider-Man 2 jersey, getting a Leon, hopping on the train back to Peterborough Station, and then into my happy place to close the week. A bash!